Nunez is a red. Yes, it is done. It is completed. He has had his unveiling officially at the AXA Training Centre. He is a red, and he will wear the number 27 shirt vacated by our Lord and Saviour Divock Origi. We're already seeing comments coming in on this one. Let us know your thoughts on the move in the live chat. I'll read through the best ones. But a lot of them just already being, yeah, big old shoes to fill. It's a big shirt number to fill, replacing Divock. And maybe we've just spent £64 million on a Divock Origi replacement. Maybe that's what we've done. People talking about him starting games for Liverpool. Maybe he's our seventh choice forward. Probably not. Hey, Ketty, welcome aboard. And hello to everyone who's joined us live in the chat right now. I'm going to get through some of your comments and what have you as we go on, but I'm going to read through some of the bits and pieces that we know about the transfer. We're going to start first and foremost with the confirmation and the confirmation on the transfer fee. And this comes from basically everyone, but Keita O'Neill of The Athletic. Tweeting out, Darwin Nunez completed his move to Liverpool from Benfica. Initial fee is £64 million and could rise to £85 million in add-ons. As expected, it is a 6-year deal, subject to international clearance and work permits. So yes, obviously that means that the headline €100 million figure is broadly speaking correct, but obviously when we're talking about transfers into the English league, into the English game, a bit mad, of course, that people are determined to put it in euros. Sound, do what people got to do, but it makes it sound like more money if you do it in euros. So if you want it to be more, say it in euros. And as pointed out actually on a show I did this week with Adam McCall, say it in yen. Say it in yen. It's loads. So many yen. 13 million yen. Billion yen. No idea. Anyone who wants to trust Adam McCullers mathematics on that one, we'll have to do just that, which is what I've just done. So yeah, how we feel. A lot of money. We've done a special Darwin Nunez signs reaction show over on Redmen Plus. That should be out now, I guess, if the other people in the business are pulling their weight. I have been sat around all evening waiting for this to happen to talk to you guys about it. But me, Chris and Steve, we knew this was coming, so we've already recorded a good lengthy sort of 45-minute deep dive into what we think. And tomorrow I'm going to be chatting with Andrew Beasley, who's written a great article on how him and Fabio Carvalho could fit in at Liverpool. And then Chris is doing a stat show on him as well tomorrow afternoon. So if you want to really know about Darwin Nunez and what he's going to bring to Liverpool Football Club, by this time tomorrow there will be 3 amazing podcasts and videos available exclusively over on Redmen Plus. Good question from Rich M. Says, do you think that's our business done? There was a tweet yesterday saying that Liverpool don't expect Liverpool to sign him. I expect Liverpool to sign midfielder next summer was the line on that. Which I think is one of those things where you can read between the lines and suggest that means that we're not signing one this summer. But it's interesting that you can talk about it that way and say, well, it might mean that not, but when you look at Liverpool, we're very much in for Aurelien Tchouameni, and it stands to reason that if they really want someone, unless they're thinking we could get him this summer and our other targets are not maybe available and it's not worth going for someone, maybe wait another year, I don't know. But I feel like we maybe need one more. But this is not the time for this now. Let's not worry about what else Liverpool need to do in the transfer market. Let's not think about tomorrow. Let's think about here, now, today. Darwin Nunez from Benfica, the big man, and as you're taking the number 27 shirt, that big, and it's interesting. I don't think he'll have a Divock Origi impact at all. Like, he won't have done it because he's a secret Divock fan. There is something to it. I remember Robbie Fowler doing this at Leeds. Is that 2 + 7 = 9? I think that Ivan Zamorano did it at Inter Milan as well. He had 18, but he even had a plus symbol in between the 1 and 8. If anyone's old enough to remember that, but that was pretty That was pretty cool. Like, so that's cool slash a bit sad. It totally depends on your perspective on that one, of course. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Apparently, England are playing tonight. Is that true? Does anyone even remotely give a shit about that? Or is everyone just currently trawling the internet for more and more and more Darwin Nunez content? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Right, let me just get some of the comments up while we're here. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined us. Do drop a like on the video if you're here live on YouTube. All that kind of stuff helps very much with the old algorithm and all that good stuff as well. Right, I've got the comments here. I'll do this right now. Thank you to everyone who sent the super chats in as well. I'll make sure I read those out first because obviously super chats. Hello. That's why you mute your laptop, you dickhead. But in terms of actually, let's read some while this loads in. We'll read some of the quotes from the official Liverpool website. It says, "I'd like to thank my partner and my parents and my son, who was a real source of pride for me. They've been really important to me in the stages of my career. I'm really proud of them and for the work we do, me and my partner as a team, and I'm grateful to hear that I'm here." Wow, that's boss. I'm a big fan of people who don't fall into that trap of like, oh, Liverpool. Also a good start. Pleasure to be here in Liverpool, says Darwin Nunez, and I'm very happy to be part of this great club. I've played against Liverpool and I've seen them in lots of games in the Champions League, and it's my style of play. There's some great players here. I think it's going to suit my style of play here. As I say, I've watched quite a lot, and it's a very big club, and I hope I can give everything that I've got in order to help the team. And it says here, just going on from on the Liverpool website, it says Nunez's career in first team football started at Club Atlético Peñarol, having risen through the youth ranks at the Uruguayan club. He then had to move to Spain with second tier side UD Almeria, spending the 1920 campaign there before joining Benfica. He'll wear the number 20 for Liverpool and becomes the third Uruguayan to sign for the club, following on from Luis Suarez, and answers in the comments underneath who is the other Uruguayan player to play for Liverpool. Little hint on that one. He once scored an overhead kick on one of the best overhead kicks I've seen in my life against QPR. Yeah. When I arrived at the Liverpool training ground, I was really surprised to see the setup and the structure and all the trophies here. Don't be surprised, mate. It's Liverpool. We make a big deal of it. You can then imagine yourself winning more trophies, and then later on, when you come here again and see the trophies on the display, you can say, look, I was part of that. I was there at that time winning trophies. That's one of the reasons why I came here to Liverpool, to win trophies and titles. I want to win a lot of trophies at Liverpool. Not my words, ladies and gentlemen. The words of Darwin Nunez, Liverpool's new signing. Dean Horgan guesses, was it Maxi Rodriguez or was he Argentine? He was and remains Argentine. Yeah, so that is not the correct answer for that one. Right, let me get through some of the comments. We had some super chats come in. The first one that I've got here, I think I've missed one. I'll see if I can find the one that I've missed. Stephen Somerville, Irish Rugby, with 449. Thank you so much, mate. If Klopp thinks he can cut it, then we can definitely get behind this. It will take him time, but the next Suarez is upon us, and let's get a midfielder now. Yeah. All right, sounds. Amit with 449 as well. Thank you so much. I've been a huge fan of Batistuta. So signing a number 9 excites me. Also, we have the Shearer seal of approval. He quote tweeted the announcement. Alan Shearer's been tweeting about Liverpool's attacking transfer. What I really like actually is the Luis Suarez quotes from a year ago when he says how he recommended him to Barcelona and said I know a lot about being a forward and scoring goals and all that, and maybe you should get him. Oh, there we go. Alan Shearer has in fact quote tweeted the Athletic article with a thumbs up and says, very good signing. Brilliant. There you go. Alan Shearer, seal of approval boxed. It's basically as good as signing another goal scorer, that when the Premier League's record goal scorer. You describe Alan Shearer as a CID cop and Michael Owen as a CID cop in training because of the general levels of charisma they have. But I like Alan Shearer. He's good. He's actually a really good co-commentator as well, which is a very, very rare feat. Andy App here says, welcome Nunez to the LFC family. Brilliant signing. Plus the other Uruguayan was Seb Coates, and then says, I think. Have the courage of your convictions, Andy. It was, in fact, Sebastian Coates, the other Uruguayan. Michael McGuinness has been a member for 23 months. Get in there. What a signing. Hopefully more to come. Yes, indeed, my friend. That would be absolutely amazing if there was... Look, if there was more... And again, more to come from me is just more to come on the pitch. More to come in terms of Liverpool continuing to be what they've been over the last 5 years. And that is one of the top, most dominant football teams in footy. Well, Alan Shearer's a really good co-commentator. He is Silver Bullet. Go and watch the Barcelona semi-final highlights with Shearer's commentary on it. It's really good. Really, really, really good. Right, sound. Let me see if I can get up. I want to get there. I've missed the super chat. I'm so sorry to whoever the super chat I've missed there. For some reason, I can't actually go back, which is absolutely ridiculously stupid, but there you go. And obviously people talking about like Gavi being linked and all these kind of thing. I wouldn't worry too much at this point about what else Liverpool are going to do. I have a strong suspicion if anything else is going to happen now, there'll be a couple more movements. So I don't think there'll be anything until we see Taki Minamino move on. Yeah, wow, alliteration. And obviously the Sadio Mane thing, Liverpool have now got an interesting situation where they've got to play hardball with Bayern, so they don't get rinsed and don't get taken to the cleaners over that. They'll want 40 million or as close to it as they can possibly get, and they won't want anything to get in the way of that. So that's going to be a big movement. Julian Ward's next job now is to bring in as much dough as possible, cover as much of this transfer as you can, and maybe leave a little bit more in the tank to go and get some more talent done. I would agree that I think one more midfielder, but honestly, we're saying this, it genuinely depends upon what we think Fabio Carvalho is, how ready we think he is, and I wonder whether we give it a few weeks, pre-season starts in like 3 weeks, just over maybe, see what you've got and decide from there. Because if Carvalho's going to be more of like, if Carvalho is the creative midfielder, then I don't know that we need another one, particularly if Harvey Elliott's going to be back to what he was at the start of last season as well. I would feel comforted by it, and if we go and get Gavi, then that'd be amazing. But obviously for me, Jude Bellingham is the one. I think you need someone who is your long-term Jordan Henderson replacement, who can do a bit in the six if you need to, but really box to box is all action, all energy, the complete sort of package. And I think you're gonna have to spend big to make that happen. But this might be one of those situations where Liverpool do what we've done previously and say, there's a list of targets. If one of them that we really want is not available this summer, then we will wait and we will trust in the squad that we've got for a little bit longer. But obviously, I wouldn't stress or worry about it. Gareth Baird with £2 super chat says Nunez will outscore Haaland. Come on, you Reds! If he does, great. But we did this on the Redmen React show. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Liverpool have got right now in terms of their attacking options, and this is obviously right now we have Mane, but we'll put that to one side. Mohamed Salah, Luis Diaz, Diogo Jota, Roberto Firmino, and now Darwin Nunez, and that's not counting obviously potentially Minamino going out on top of that. There's 5 really good players for the front line. There's a chance you're throwing Carvalho in there, and on the fringes as well, you've got Kate Gordon, who's likely to get a little bit more game time this season. The point I'm making on the Nunez Haaland stuff, I wouldn't be sucked into too much of like banterous comparison stuff, because Haaland, I think right now, today, Haaland is a better player, I would say, probably than Nunez. I think that's fair. He's played, Bundesliga's a better league than Portuguese league. He scored goals for a couple more seasons at a top level. So, what's the best thing about Nunez is there's no rush, is what I'm saying. We've spent a lot of money on him, but he doesn't need to be right today. He doesn't need to be right next week. He doesn't need to be right immediately game one. If he happens to be, amazing. Liverpool have signed a player that's ready right now for the first team, and he is ready for the first team. But also we don't need him to hit the ground running. We don't need him to be a 30-40 goal a season centre forward in season 1. What we need him to do is to replace, or to go towards replacing, Mane's goal scoring output, which I think Luis Diaz will cover a little bit of as well. So Haaland stuff is an obvious comparison because the 2 best teams in England have gone and signed effectively number 9s. But the beauty of the difference is that Haaland has to succeed immediately at Man City, whereas Nunez has got more of a grace period and more of a bedding in. I don't think the level of pressure will be on him quite as much as it will be Haaland, and I'll be making a point of making sure that Haaland is under as much pressure as possible. And I think we should all do that. We should all talk about it that way, let's be perfectly honest, because it's well funnier to have it be like that. Right, yes. absolutely wondrous stuff from the mighty Reds. I just want to actually, Steve just messaged me. I just want to check something. Right. Where are we before we wrap up? We've got a couple of things I still want to talk. Oh yeah, a couple of things that I want to draw your attention to. If you go to our Twitter account at the Redmen TV, we're very close to 500,000 followers there on Twitter. If we get to 500k today, we're going to be giving away three-month subscriptions to Redmen Plus. All you got to go over there, like the post, retweet it, comment 500k and followers. You know, we're nearly there. One more thing as well, because you've got 2 more weeks and we've got loads of content coming up. Check out this. This is a goalkeeper shirt, a Liverpool goalkeeper shirt, signed by Alison Becker, by Adrian, by Queven Kelleher, by Jack Robinson, by Pitaluga, and by Brazilian goalkeeping legend Taffarel. And we're giving this away. This is this month's competition prize over on Redmen Plus. Oh, hello. And it's got a free bonus chunk taken out of the bottom of it as well. That incredible, absolutely unique hand signed by all of Liverpool's goalkeeping squad prize is only available to people who join up to Redmen Plus at a club legend tier. We've got 2 tiers there. Club Captain gets you all the content, that's all the podcasts. So if you want to get more insight into Darwin Nunez, we've got 2 boss shows going out tomorrow, and we've got 1 out tonight in Redmen Reacts. But if you want that, plus you want some more extra stuff, so you want access our Club Legend Discord chat, you want free merchandise, you want discounts, you want early access to Redmen TV live shows and all that good stuff, which is more like our Patreon, you'll be entered into the competition for that automatically for joining. So go to redmenplus.com and fill your boots on Darwin Nunez content. We've got a Divock Origi documentary going out on Friday morning at 8 a.m. as well. So the outgoing number 27 is going to be celebrated on Friday, and we usher him out of the door and into the new era, the Darwin Nunez era. So yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. Let me just double check one last thing before we head. But I am made up that we've done this. It's a strong move from Liverpool. They've identified what they need to do. It's a shortened summer because the Charity Shield's on the 30th of July. The season starts on the first weekend of August. Liverpool need to go strong, so they can't afford to be messing around in the transfer market. They can't afford to play too hardball. They can't afford to mess around. They've gone big. Diaz gets boxed in January, Carvalho gets boxed at the end of the season, and now Nunez is boxed. So Liverpool added 3. So yeah, we've got amazing footballers already, and now we've added boss young talent as well. Right, sound. Yes, amazing. Do check out more content on our YouTube channel for free. We've been wrapping up the season, more transfer stuff to follow in the days and weeks as well. But yeah, please do head over to Redmen Plus. It is the centre of everything we do on Redmen, the centre of the Redmen universe, funds everything, all the additional shows from the studio. So you've got me, Chris and Steen there doing Redmen Reacts now. So if you've got more Darwin Nunez chat, head over to redmenplus.com right now and watch or listen to Redmen Reacts. And then, as I say, tomorrow I'm chatting to Andrew Beasley about how he's going to fit in, and Chris is doing a deep dive into his stats as well. And again, Divock Origi documentary at the weekend. Right, you guys are amazing. You might be more amazing than Darwin Nunez. That'll be tough. But if you're here right now with me, it means you are incredible, and have a wonderful evening watching and listening to all of our boss content. Yeah, you guys are boss. I'll see you all soon.